Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. So glad you're here. So glad you're here, my friend. Pull up a chair. Fill you with joy and great cheer. So much you're gonna let out of it, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Capers for the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Oh, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Show, 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 show live action on the Mr. Marty Show.
Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Like picking up trash?
Picking up trash that others drop. Or if someone litters, tell them stop. Recycle cans and plastic too. Picking up trash is good.
Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. What else can you do?
Walk somewhere instead of driving. Helps the air and keeps you thriving. Or else the earth will keep on warming. Walking somewhere is good.
Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. What about meals?
Never ever waste your food, or else what happens is never good. Keep the landfills from getting filled, until your belly is good.
Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Let's hear a solo. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. What about fossil fuels?
Turning down the heat and air gives everyone more power to share. Fossil fuels disappear.
Less power use is good. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Well, how about Earth as our mother?
Treat Mother Earth like the mother she is. There's a message for all you kids. The only Earth we have, gee whiz. Loving Mother Earth is good.
Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. Oh, the earth is big and I am small, but I can feel rather tall when I do something good for Mother Earth. When I do something good for Mother Earth. When I do something good for Mother Earth.
Driving or working at your computer and looking for a podcast that's thought-provoking, fun, and musical? Strung Out is the Martin McCormack podcast that gives you a piece of his mind that will have you asking for more. Go to martinmccormack.com and click on the podcast link.
The camera went out of focus, so I missed it.
Oh. Okay,
Here,
let's
just
get
so
a
that
little
let
bit
me
closer again.
pan Marshall out of the shot there.
Let's look at Marshall's up for a close.
He's been bad.
No, he hasn't. He's a good cat. Say I'm not a cat. Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Ma Gilmore here, and
Mary Jo.
yes, we are here, and today we're talking about two subjects. We are talking about Passover, and we are talking about Earth Day. So how those go together, we'll see. I think we were talking and saying, give us a subject, we can talk for however long you want us to. Passover, you want to tell us something about Passover? I know we had Palm Sunday.
Okay, the only thing about Passover that I remember pretty much, and this is just the definition that I had to Google and find out, in order to protect the firstborn children, the Israelites marked their doors with lamb's blood so that the angel of death would pass over them. Thus the name Passover, which is Pesach in Hebrew. The Israelites were ultimately freed from slavery and wandered the desert for 40 years before making it to the promised land.
But that's a beautiful definition. What intrigued me, because usually when we talk about Passover, we are also talking about Easter. But what I found this year, Passover is later than Easter. We're like 3 weeks later than Easter. And I guess it has something to do with the solstice and the moon, and that's how they mark it. I never knew that. When I thought of Passover, I thought of Palm Sunday and Easter. So that's how I grew up, and I guess until that time, until I know it now, that's how it was always portrayed to me. So now I know that Howard Friedman is going to be talking about Passover, so we'll let him explain more than we have. We're also talking about Earth Day. Now, I know this came into being when you were probably a child, and I was a little older than you, and I remember that Earth Day became a very big thing, that preserving the earth, preserving so that we would not have the heat and so that we could plant good crops and not be a part of what's going on now. And I don't think we delayed it too much. What do you do to preserve the earth?
Actually, Earth Day is probably a fairly new thing, for me. So I really don't. Recycle, I guess, is about the
Recycling is
what
good.
I do
Yeah.
for helping the earth.
Yeah.
And I just remember back in the 60s, I think it was. This might deal with Earth Day, or maybe what helping us in the present. But remember when LA had all that smog?
Yes.
And you couldn't even see the city.
Yes.
And then we started doing the car emissions, and now we have to have emission tests if your car is over 4 years old.
Right.
So we've done that to kind of keep that in check, and now you can see LA. It's not smoggy.
It's not totally smog,
smoggy.
and I remember that well. And I remember going through the late 60s and seeing that smog. And then when we moved there in the 70s, it seemed to be pretty well smog-free, if you can call it that. The cars were not emitting all the smog. They had changed the different gasolines that you put in your car.
Exactly.
So that is a good thing. Right now, I think we are finding that we're having too much rain, not enough snow for some parts of us. It's warmer here than I can remember ever in March or April being this way. You always expected more snow in March and April, and so far we haven't had it. Whether that means that we're going to carry on with our drought.
Yeah. Even the winters have been light.
They've been light, yeah. We don't get down below zero that much anymore. So what snow and what rain we get, we need to preserve it. We need to make sure that it goes in the right places. If we're gardening, put out a rain barrel. I've seen that around my my block. They've got several rain barrels, and you water your garden with the rain that comes down. So happy Earth Day, and blessed Passover. And as always, our goal is peace and hugs. And so Mary Jo and I will bid you peace.
And now, 30 seconds of cue.
Hi, you're a fan of Marty Fine Art, but don't have any space on your walls for pictures? You can wear Marty Fine Art. Here's my sister Judy and the moose on a beautiful shirt. The shirts are so easy to make. You choose the shirt, the size, the color, the picture, and put it together. And look how well it turns out.
This is Howard Friedman here, your local rabbi. While I'm not a rabbi affiliated with any congregation or synagogue, rabbi does just mean teacher in Hebrew, so I am here to teach you something today. It's about the story of Passover. So come along this ride with me. The Passover ceremony of today is celebrated this year on April 22nd. So the story of Passover relates to the exodus of Jews from Egypt. During the 13th century BC, the Jews were slaves in Egypt for about 400 years under an evil pharaoh. And after about 400 years, they say, hey, this slavery stuff, I'm done with it. And their leader at the time, Moses, was trying to lead a revolution to get them out of Egypt. And Moses spoke to God directly and told Pharaoh, let my people go. And he said, no. So he said, okay, if you don't let my people go, 10 plagues are gonna come down. And he said, no, I'm still not doing it. So a succession of 10 plagues came down, including turning the Nile to blood, a plague of frogs, a plague of locusts, and then the last one was the killing of all the firstborn sons. And God told Moses to tell the Jews to put lamb's blood on your doorpost, and then the angel of death will pass over your house and your son will not be killed. And in that horrible plague, Pharaoh's son was killed, and he said, I will let your people go. And then he started letting them go out of slavery. They started to go towards the Red Sea. Then, at that time, he changed his mind and said, no, you're not free. I'm taking you back into slavery. And then they start approaching them and pushing them towards into the sea. Moses says, please help my people. And he parts the sea and then lets them cross safely, and then it closes them down on the enslavers. So that's the story of Passover. And we celebrate it today in a very different way, without plagues, without frogs, without locusts. But the modern ceremony does tie us back to those roots. So we have an 8-day ceremony every springtime, April 22nd this season, where we eat certain foods. We get together with our friends and eat certain foods that remind us of those times. We eat lamb shank to remind us of the lamb's blood. We eat bitter herbs to remind us of the bitterness of those times. We eat a certain fruit paste to remind us of the mortar used to make the buildings that Jews had to make at those times. And also matzah, if you've heard of that, which is unleavened bread, because when they ran away from into their freedom, they didn't have time for the bread to rise. So for all 8 days of Passover, you can't eat any leavened bread. So only the flat matzah that you would see. And then there's also something called the Haggadah, which they read from, which has the story of Passover. And then we just kind of celebrate the fact that the Jews are still around and that we have things to celebrate and that we're not in slavery and that it's a springtime festival, means new beginnings. And you ask you ask 4 questions, and the first one of those is, how is this night different than all other nights? And they all relate to the practices that we're doing on these 8 nights that are different, and they all tie us back to the old times, just so that we don't forget that times used to be different, and that the overarching lesson is that God is protecting us, and there's good times ahead. So I hope you learned something here today. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful Passover if you're celebrating. If not, wish those in your life a happy Passover that are. And yes, see you next time. Bye.
Show you the cover art, see what you think. Right.
How is the fishing like near this? Where I live in Mississippi, we have a port net, which is being but they seem to always fish were kind of happening to the fishermen. There's a little bit of a temperature change maybe.
Thanks for watching the show. The Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Oh, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Well, it's all about Earth Day. Do-do-do-do. It's all about Earth Day. Do. How we celebrate the earth because it's our home, and how we try to help it so that it doesn't get sick. I love the earth. Do you? Yes. Thanks for watching the show. Hey. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What was that for? Sorry. Anyway, well, thank you for watching the show. I thought I told you guys to go away. Goodbye. Oh, and happy Earth Day to everybody in the whole wide world, the whole wide earth. Thank you. Good night. Love you all. You don't get to give the special kisses I do.